Here's a picture of a mobile operator's core market. Right now, demand is growing strong. Subscribers are adding data plans to support a wide range of applications, and analysts predict exponential growth in service. It's a tremendous opportunity, and this same growth is projected far beyond core markets. The remote market promises billions of potential voice and data customers, but historically, the road to get there has been costly. Today, that's no longer the case. Two technologies, small cell devices and high-throughput satellites, are dramatically improving the economics of remote and rural expansion. So let's take a look at how a mobile operator can make a business case for expanding into remote and rural areas using small cell technology and high-throughput satellite capacity. We need to look at several key factors: the number of potential subscribers, network usage from voice and data traffic, the cost of mobile infrastructure and satellite capacity, and expected revenue and margin. So, in a developing market, let's ask the question, how many subscribers can be served by a small cell device? Assume we're using a 3G HSPA small cell that supports 16 to 32 voice calls and up to 16 megabits per second download speeds. In a typical village, the device would cover 1 kilometer in each direction. If a village has 2 roads crossing it and 1 home every 30 meters, there would be a total of 266 households. And if there are 2 potential subscribers in each household, that's 532 people. So let's add that number to the business case. Next, we need to calculate voice and data traffic requirements. To determine voice patterns, let's determine how many air lengths of traffic are generated at the busiest hour of the day. If each user generates 15 milli-air lengths of voice traffic, that would total 7.98 air lengths. If we then assume a blocking factor of 1%, it would require 15 voice channels per small cell device. Supporting 15 voice channels at 40 kilobits per second per call would mean that voice traffic would be sized at an average of 600 kilobits per second for that village, or 0.6 megabits per second. Let's add this number. Now, let's look at data traffic, and we'll assume that the busy hour load will be 10 kilobits per second per subscriber on the downlink. For all 532 subscribers, that would total 5.32 megabits per second. If we assume the uplink requires 1/5 the capacity, that's another 1.064 megabits per second. All this is equivalent to a 1 gigabyte per month data plan. So total data capacity is approximately 6.4 megabits per second. When you add that to voice traffic, you get 7 megabits per second. So what would it cost in terms of infrastructure? A fully installed outdoor small cell site with a satellite remote and antenna would average around $6,000. Amortized over 3 years, that would be $167 per month. You'll need another $157 a month for site rental, power and maintenance. That's a total of $324 a month for mobile infrastructure. Now let's record that. Next, we need to calculate the cost of satellite capacity. Supporting 7 megabits per second of traffic would require 4 megahertz of satellite capacity. If we assume that high-throughput satellite capacity is $1,000 per megahertz, we'll need $4,000 per month. When you add that number, the total cost is $4,324. So what can we expect in revenue? Let's assume the average revenue per user is only $12 per month because we're deploying in a pretty challenging area. Multiplied by 532 subscribers, that's $6,384. If we subtract total costs of $4,324, it leaves a gross margin of $2,060 per month. That's a 33% margin, and it makes a strong business case. Now let's look quickly at a developed market scenario. We can assume the same number of subscribers per small cell device and at the same site electricity and capital costs. Based on higher voice and data usage, we'll need $10,000 of satellite capacity. Revenue would be $15,960 at $30 in annual revenue per user. and when you deduct total costs, you get a 35% margin. So as you can see, the case is pretty clear. Mobile operators can affordably expand into new markets, and that adds up to a major opportunity.